Never.
But if you, okay, then fine. You want to file a written motion? File a written motion.
I've been sitting in front of the phone for 4 hours waiting for you to call.
The defendant then pushed his way into her home and began assaulting her.
Welcome to Bench Report Court Cam.
Court calls the case of People versus Zachary Radcliffe.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Amy Reiser, appearing on behalf of the people. Will you call this one?
Your Honor, James Thomas, or Ms. Radcliffe.
Okay, what are we doing?
Your Honor, today is the time and date set for the probable cause conference, and all of the discovery has been provided. There are still some electronic devices that are outstanding, but I don't know when those will be done. So I think we could get an exam date, and I would be requesting a special date. I think it will take like a full day.
All right.
Well, Judge, just let the court know, she did provide 8 videos on Monday that are, I don't even know how many hours of videos that I have not had an opportunity to even look at yet. These were things that were requested over a month ago and just got them Monday this week, which puts me in a predicament because obviously my guy's locked up and I would want to have my client be able to watch these videos, which calls into question his bond and the amount of his bond, because I would like to seek or at least ask for an oral motion to set a bond or reduce his bond at this time if the court would entertain that.
Well, I'll always hear bond, but I guess I don't understand your rationale for bond is because you can't view the.
Well, there's a couple of reasons for it. One, obviously the limited contact that I'm able to have with my client as far as all the hours of evidence that they just provided to me this week, for one. 2, when he initially was in his preliminary presentation, there was not an assessment that was done whatsoever for the bond. He had an attorney there, but according to my client, the attorney really didn't say anything on his behalf, and a $3 million bond was put into place. And at that point, none of.
All right, counsel, if you want to argue that he didn't have an adequate opportunity to argue bond, I think each time you've been here, that issue has been brought up.
Never.
But if you, okay, then fine. You want to file a written motion? File a written motion. We'll give you a special time. I'll give you all the time in the world. I'll hear your bond motion. How long will it take you to do the motion?
I could have it this week, Your Honor.
People need about 7 days to respond, if that.
Yes, Your Honor.
But the only thing, I'm out of the country from the 21st to the 28th of January.
I got a holiday before that, so I can't, if you're not here till the 28th, I can't hear till the end of the month.
What day do you hear them on, Your Honor?
I hear them on Thursdays in the afternoon.
What day does that fall on?
Pardon?
What day does it fall on, Your Honor?
What do you mean?
The one that you were thinking about putting it on.
Well, if you're out between the 21st and 28th, the only Thursday I then have is the 30th.
I mean, I can make the 30th work if that's the earliest we can get.
I'll adjourn the probable cause conference and set the bond motion to January 30th, 2025, 3 p.m. That is before me at that point for the bond motion.
Judge, would you like a courtesy copy to your email or to?
I think the court rules require that you need to send me a copy so you can deliver it to the court, or you can send it to the email of my clerk or
Yes,
my staff.
I suggest we set an exam date.
It's not going to happen until discovery is all complete. He's saying discovery's not, I'm not going to do it. what I'm gonna do is he wants to hear the bond motion. I'll hear the bond motion. It says that you just got discovery to him. I don't set him that way. I'm not gonna set it. I'm gonna hear the bond mark. 30th.
And so I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. The discovery that he doesn't have may never come because it's passcode
And
protected.
then I understand that because that was brought up before me before. If he wants to give him the passcodes, then I think that discovery can get there, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So I'll hear the bond motion on the 30th and then we'll see where we go from there.
Your Honor, just so I know, I mean, I know that she's saying that there's other stuff that's out there possibly with subpoenas and stuff that she has out there. I'm not sure where
What subpoenas?
I didn't say that.
well, is there other notices out there for anything else that you're doing with other than his?
I hear that there is electronic devices that are password protected that is going to take some time to get into, that he may have the passwords to, but I don't think he's going to give them. So we're just going to have to wait on that. I mean, that's what I'm hearing.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, thank you.
No, sir.
Wonderful. We'll see you on the 30th. Okay. What are we doing? Court calls case People versus Desiree Badnovich.
Yep, right here.
Okay. Hello.
Interrupt you on behalf of Ms. Bogdanovich. Judge, we've adjourned this PCC. Due to the holidays, it was tough to get an appointment with her. I have an in-person appointment with her tomorrow at the Huron Valley Women's Prison at 10 a.m. Could we just adjourn this PC maybe 1 week?
Are we kidding again?
I have to go 2 weeks because I can't.
That's fine. Ms. Bogdanovich, no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't get a visit with you because of the holidays. That's what they
I
told
mean,
me.
I've been sitting in front of the phone for 4 hours waiting for you to call on 2 occasions. I don't feel like you're trying to contact me at all.
I can't directly contact you. I have to go through the system and they wouldn't allow it.
They had me sitting in front of a phone for you.
Hey, hold on, folks.
I'll be there
Okay.
tomorrow, 10
Hold on. Maybe he's supposed to be down there tomorrow. I can't rectify what may have occurred in the past, and we'll get you heard as soon as we can, okay?
Okay.
All right. So probable cause conference, I'll adjourn it. I have to go 2 weeks out. I would put it 1 week out, but we have to do the whole writ procedure to get you before me. So I'll go to the 23rd, the next date I can possibly do it.
That's fine, Judge.
2025 at 9. Bond in this case will continue.
Thank you.
Okay? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ready? Court does call the case People versus Melvin Reeves.
Stephanie Cannon on behalf of Mr. Reeves, who's appearing to my right. Mr. Reeves, can you please state your name for the record?
Melvin Tyrone. Thank you, sir. What are we doing?
Your Honor, this is an adjourned PCC. My client is asking for a preliminary exam in this matter.
All discovery is complete.
Your Honor,
Provided this morning.
Pardon?
The last of it was provided this morning.
Got it.
yes, we had conversations. The jail calls is what I was waiting on, and it's my understanding those have been provided to me, Your Honor. So we're asking for a preliminary exam. Your Honor, my client would also like to address bond when appropriate.
People, other witnesses available the 21st.
We'll do our best.
Preliminary examination, January 21st, 2025, 9 a.m. before Judge Moore as to bond.
Your Honor, my client is asking to be released on a PR bond, and if not a PR bond, he can be tethered to his phone. Your Honor, my client, the victim has actually written and given different explanations as to what happened that day. My client has always maintained he's innocent. He does not have to have contact with the complaining witness, does not want to have contact with the complaining witness. He is asking to be released. Your Honor, at the very minimum, if that is not what the court is inclined to do, he is asking to get his phone privileges back.
Your Honor, this is the case where we requested $250,000 cash or surety bond was set at $50,000, no 10%. The defendant when this occurred was in bench warrant status for a 2023 DV case with the same victim. I do think it's important to note that the reason he was waiting for bail calls is because he was contacting the victim while he was in custody. While I have not had an opportunity to listen to that, he had made 23 calls to the victim from when he was taken back into custody, until, which occurred, I believe, November 28th, between November 28th and December 19th is when those 23 calls occurred. So frankly, I'm concerned that anything the victim might be representing could have been influenced by her conversations with the defendant. Additionally, it's my understanding he has a bond denied hold from Allen PD. I'm not sure exactly what happened with the 14B case or what his bond is there, but presumably there would still be some implications. When we were here last, there was, he, I believe, was held on a 10,000 cash or surety because he had been in bench warrant status and not picked up the same case. This is a home invasion first, but it's also a DV third with a tag along estimate. In addition to all of that, this is something where the defendant appeared at the victim's home unannounced. The victim opened the door and found the defendant, and the defendant then pushed his way into her home and began assaulting her. The defendant then stole the victim's house keys. I'm concerned by the totality of the circumstances here. We asked for more and only got 50,000 with a note with no 10% privilege. I don't think any further reduction is appropriate.
Motion for bond reductions denied. Bond will continue. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stick around longer and click the highlighted videos to your right. See you there.